Matter exists in three different states: solid, liquid, and gas. Let's take a look at the particulate model of each state.
Particles in the solid state are strongly attracted to each other. They are packed very closely together, and they are arranged in a fixed regular pattern, and they can only vibrate about their fixed positions. The particles, a solid, are unable to move freely. For this reason, a solid has a definite shape and volume. There is no space between the particles to enable them to get any closer to one another. This is why solid cannot be compressed.
When a solid is strongly heated, the particles gain energy and vibrate more vigorously in their fixed position. When the particles possess sufficient energy, they break free from one another and move about randomly. The particles are no longer held in fixed position, but they are still close to one another. This change in arrangement and motion of particles is known as melting. Particles in the liquid state are attracted to one another. They are packed closely together and they are not arranged in a fixed regular pattern, but they can move over a short distance. The particles in a liquid are further away from one another than the particles in a solid. However, the particles in a liquid are still held closely together. Thus, like solids, liquids have a fixed volume and cannot be compressed. Unlike solids, however, the particles in a liquid are not fixed in a regular position and are able to slide past one another. This is why liquid has no definite shape.
When a liquid is heated, the particles gain energy and vibrate and move about more vigorously. When the particles possess enough energy, they break free from one another. The particles become randomly arranged and very far apart, moving about at great speeds. This change in arrangement and motion of the particles is known as boiling.
The particles in the gaseous state are weakly attracted to one another. They are far apart from one another and can move freely in any direction. The particles in a gas are spaced far apart from one another, and so a gas can be compressed easily. The particles are also able to move freely to occupy any available space. This explains why a gas has no definite shape or volume.
When a gas is cooled, the particles lose energy and they move about less vigorously and at lower speeds. As the temperature continues to fall, the particles lose more and more energy until they are close enough to be attracted to one another. The substance has turned from a gas to a liquid. This change in arrangement and motion of particles is known as condensation.
When a liquid is cooled, the particles lose energy and they move about more slowly. As the temperature continues to fall, the particles lose more and more energy until they are close enough to allow the forces of attraction to make them return to their fixed positions. The substance has changed from a liquid to solid. This change in arrangement and motion of particles is known as freezing. Sublimation is a process where solid changes to a gas without becoming a liquid in the process. On the other hand, vaporization is the change from liquid or solid state to gaseous state. There are three types of vaporization: boiling, evaporation, and sublimation.